I'm Jen Webster from Western Horse Review, and I'm here with the legendary Pat Parelli. And we have the opportunity to get him for a few minutes to ask him some of our burning questions here at the Horse Expo. How have you been enjoying your time so far?
Oh, you know, I've been having a ball. Fascination with horses and helping people understand them.
And you've been to Canada a few times already?
Oh, in my life, I've probably 40 times.
40 times. And how was your trip this year?
So far, so good. I'm really enjoying this Horse Expo. I'm really proud of the success that they're having here.
That's awesome. So you've educated countless riders across the entire globe. Would you be able to narrow it down to, like, what's one of the most important lessons you think you'd be able to impart on people?
Well, they've got to understand how to have a relationship with horses, with love, language, and leadership. They've got to have a plan. They've got to know how to make horses feel that you really care for them. And we've got to learn how to, I guess, know how to operate with them on the ground before we operate with them in the saddle.
That's fair. That's exactly right. Throughout your career then, would you be able to pinpoint a couple of very difficult challenges that you've had with horses, or?
Well, you know, horses are prey animals, so the ones that really have trouble turning loose of their prey animal propensities is the hardest thing, whether it's rearing or bucking or anything like that. It's all about getting them to learn to use the partnership of their brain, which is what they do when they're babies. When they're little babies, they partner up with their mother, and they do what she does, mentally, emotionally, physically.
Please welcome our next model.
And I heard your talk yesterday, and you talked about like connections and relationships too, and that's what we need to get to with our horses, correct? To have a
Connection's king. So like a little baby bonds with its mother, it's connected mentally and emotionally, and even physically, and synchronizes. So once we get that bonding, then the horse just feels what we're thinking, what we want, and he just gives it to us.
And would you be able to put a time limit on that?
Oh, I would do it until they're just about ready to die.
That's how long it takes to jump.
No, it's not how long it takes, it's how long you keep improving. It's not how long it takes to get it. It doesn't take long at all to get it. But you got to build on it.
And then maybe to go on with a different discipline or something that you both enjoy doing, things like that.
Well, that's the biggest thing. If your horse loves jumping, don't do dressage. You know, and if your horse loves cutting, don't do roping. But if he loves roping, don't do cutting. You know, it's like, got to find out what both of you like.
So, would you have any advice that you could give out to beginners?
This is wearing a stunning outfit from the horse.
Yeah, find a program that works and stick with it. Don't mix and match. Most people, they look around on the internet these days and they do a little of this, little of that. There's no congruency. They end up with a banana flavored pepperoni enchilada with pickle juice, and then they put a cherry on top. Then they sell their horse.
Oh, gotcha. So you mentioned a little bit about the internet technology, and that is obviously like constantly making our industry change.
Our next model on the stage is Bree. Leah is wearing an outfit from the Creative Daughter, which is located in booth 3514.
The only thing technology is helping with, there's two things. One, delivering my program, because now it just comes through to the air. You don't have to lose your DVD or wear out or break it or whatever. Number one. Number two, we can see high-class demonstrations. Like all this stuff is being live streamed or will be streamed out. People can watch the top people in the world, whether it's in performance. So you don't have to live near somebody or near a big venue to see it these days. You can watch the best cutting horse people, the best dressage people, the best reining horse people. You're like, wow, I didn't know people could do that with horses.
Well, it's amazing. It really does open up the world to us, doesn't it?
Please go to their booth to see all of the special sale items.
Would you be able to name any kind of downsides that you see the horse industry facing at the moment? The future of the industry? Do you have any advice for people coming into it?
Well, I think, you know, the challenge is that there's people out there that don't think it's humane to mess with horses. So I think what every horse person should do is be as humane and ethical as possible by learning these programs, so that then these people have no leg to stand on. But the way a lot of people treat horses very chauvinistically, and there's a lot of cruelty, unintended cruelty, only because that's the way people think you have to do it. So we got to be careful. We got to treat our horses with dignity, and let other people see that.
And give them a purpose to exist in our world, right?
Yeah, of course.
Makes sense. Well, we are kind of coming to our time, end of our interview here. If there's one thing that you would like to put out there as your legacy for the world, what would that be?
Well, just to know the nature of the horse, you can keep it natural.
That's perfect. Thank you so much for your time, sir.
No, my
really
pleasure.
appreciate it.
My pleasure.